Hello YouTube, it's Keith Kevin Ken. It's time for my first impressions of the Spyderco Introvert folder. I just received my Spyderco Introvert yesterday evening, so I just spent some time with it. Oh, what an interesting knife. When this was announced in 2016, I wanted to get my hands on it. This is a Spyderco collaboration with the martial artist and knife maker Chris Knutson, the Spyderco Introvert. What Chris wanted to do is really make a folding knife version of the Spyderco Swick. The Spyderco Swick, really a neck knife, pocket size, fixed blade knife. It has that Fred Perrin hole. Fred Perrin, the knife maker that made this hole. This hole is also on a lot of the Browse blade silent soldiers, where you put your index finger in, gives you a good grip, makes it hard for someone to take it from you. The Swick has a 2.1 inch blade, S30V steel. And so while Chris Knutson was fooling around trying to make the folding version of the Swick, he came up with this. And man, this is a unique knife. It's unique in how it is when it's open. Again, this has the blade size is 2.8 inches, but really the cutting edge is 2.1 inches, just like the Swick. This has VG10 steel, black G10 handle. Of course, it has that Fred Perrin hole. Really nice filling, nice fit. Has a back lock. We'll talk a little bit about the back lock. The back lock is not in the center of the handle, and we'll show you why. It seriously is in the back of the handle. But a real strong lock. And look at this. Here's the wire. Deep pocket clip as well. Just a nice piece. I'll tell you, it has nothing to do with the design, but with these steel liners, the G10, the thinness of it feels like if you've ever held a G10 police, that's what it feels like. Thin and sturdy, just well built. And I love that natural. Now look, I'm a big fan of the Browse blade silent soldier. I love the Spyderco Swick. I love having this. Not only does it give you real control and you can use your hands for something else to grab things, but also it's hard for anyone to take this from you because of that. I really like it. I like the angle. It gives you nice cutting power. But the specialness of the Introvert, honestly, isn't when it's open. Although it's a real nice knife, handy, and of course, that's how you use it. It's how it closes and how it opens. Remember I told you there's a back lock? There is. It's in the back because of this slit. Now watch what happens. So the back lock, you see a release up top. The knife comes down through the slit. The hole comes through the slit and then locks. And it's a strong detent. Look at this. It is a real strong detent with this back lock. And this is what it looks like closed. Pretty strange, right? Two ways to open it. The first is with the Spidey hole. Put your finger in and you have control. The other, and I'm just trying to figure out how to close this with one hand because of that hole. But listen to the detent. Strong, strong detent. The other way is you flip it open. How about that? It's a flipper. Again, strong back lock. And look at this. Flipper. And because it's angled, it really fires out there with no energy at all. I mean, look at that. It's there as a flipper. You can also open it with the Spidey hole. What a wonderful knife. I'm so excited about this knife. It feels great. I've always loved the Spyderco Swick fixed blade neck knife. And I get where he was starting, trying to get a Swick that he could handle in his pocket as a folding knife. But man, they came out with something unique, especially with that very strong D10 and back lock. And I love that it could be a flipper if you want. And again, I'm trying to figure out how to close this with one hand. I can get it there. Or simply with the Spidey hole. What a wonderful knife. This is my first impressions, and I'm real happy with it. The materials with the VG10 steel, the G10 handle, it's really an affordable knife. It really is affordable coming from Spyderco. This is the Spyderco Introvert. It is my very first impression of it, and just as we go out, I want to give you size comparisons with the Delica and with the Native. As you can see, the real cutting edge is less than the real cutting edge of the Native and of the Delica. But it is close to the size. It is Spyderco and Chris Nunson's attempt at a pocket Swick. I think they've come up with a wonderful, very unique knife. It is the Spyderco Introvert. That's it for me. You guys have a perfect day. Perfect day. Goodbye.